Hey guys, it's Tommy CM, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. As always, if you do enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new, as it really does help me out. And if you'd like me to take a look at any of your creations, let me know in the comments down below. Today's park is called Fablewald, and this was created by Albriss on the PlayStation Workshop. The description says, "Welcome to Fabelwald, my second park. With a ton of help from my lovely girlfriend, I am proud to present this jam-packed and detailed fantasy park. Dive into this magic world inspired by old German architecture and lore. Explore the castle, courts and forests, but don't go too deep. You never know what you might find. Fabelwald is best viewed at 10:45 AM or 6 AM. Coasters are best at night or 6 AM, and special thanks to Hobo Billy for his truly horrifying contribution of darkness, so beware." So yeah, really intriguing description there. Lots of fantastic architecture, as you can see just from these overview shots. It looks brilliant. Really excited to take a look. So without further ado, let's jump straight in to Fabelwald. Right, so first of all we come up to a lovely main entrance. Got music playing, flowers, water, just really nice entrance. Love that you can just sort of see a coaster creeping over the top in the corner there. And I mean the main building as well. The main building is just, I mean, it's insane, isn't it? Really, that architecture. I mean, you know, I know we're expecting lots of really interesting architecture here, but that main building kind of sets the tone already. Love the detail on there. Love the flowers, the patterns, the windows, the roof, everything on there looks fantastic. Nice little ticket booths. Love these little sort of I mean they're like backgrounds to, I thought they were benches then, but they're not, are they? They're planters. Just really, I mean that's a really nice little scenery piece to put that together. And then obviously the same on the other side as well. But yeah, and then you obviously got these lovely little fountains. Just a really nice entrance, that. Very nicely done. Welcome Planko Tycoons. Straight in here, and again that colourful feel carries on. Dragon hut, there's the there's a sleeping dragon. Just, yeah, I just love the colour in here. I think it looks ace. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to do clip cam in this park, I think. There we go. Let's get rid of the hood again, and there we go. So now we can actually look at buildings in a bit more detail. But yeah, really like the colours here. Again, this is that coaster I was just saying, you know, really cool to be able to just see that come over the hill there. Really nice. And yeah, just love the different, you know, even down to like that balcony there being yellow, that one being brown, just mixing it up, not keeping it the same. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. Hat's fantastic. That's fantastic, and hat's fantastic as well. Really good. And I tell you what, using these signs, the Loon Balloons there and the hat's fantastic sign there, the signs actually blend in really well on the architecture. It's I don't know whether it's because the architecture is quite bold and kind of out there, but it kind of blends in really well. Really nice signpost here. Love the detail on that. I'm not going to read all the rides on there, but I like the fact I see mini golf. That's interesting. We'll see what that leads to later on. We'll head over to the right first, I think. Let's see what's over this way. Some nice little gardens. Custom fencing all the way along here. And then we go up a hill. Grave robber. Right. And here, this is certainly took a darker turn up here. I love that. That looks really cool. The scarecrow. He's not doing a very good job though. I can hear crows. There, look. You're not really scaring them away. Yeah, nice looking flat ride. Let's just jump back over the fence. I mean, yeah, that is some scenery for a flat ride. Yeah, again, you know, flat rides like this, a lot of people don't tend to focus on and don't tend to put a lot of theming around them, but when you do, makes a world of difference. Really, really like that. I love the, you know, the music to it, the smoke, everything just kind of blends in there. As you know, and it's not even building a big structure around it. All it is kind of bringing a roof a little bit further forward and putting some pillars on. Yeah, fantastic work that is. Just cuts into the chandelier a little bit there. But yeah, no, great stuff. I'm walking around here. Now there's a big coaster going over my head here. There's a big loop. Which way do I go? I'm going to continue going right, and then we'll go down the middle. There's this coaster. Up there. And then it goes back over the top. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Right. Down here then. And we get to Pip Shot. Again, using the brands in the game, which I quite like. And then these, like, you know, this, like, scenery kind of side paths here. So usually when people build paths, it's normally because they want to take the guests to to an attraction somewhere. But I like the fact that this little circle here is obviously for a viewpoint for the coaster. But you know, to put a bit of a building around it, put some fencing, some plants, some rocks, some seating. You know, just a nice little extra area of the park. That. Love the custom fencing up here as well. And we have the Burrito Bonanza. There's not a lot of people coming up here. What's up here? Some more balloons. Again, just absolutely beautiful walking around this park. Especially in Plipcam mode. I quite like walking around here in Plipcam. It really feels like you're immersed in the park here. You know, usually you can kind of see scenery off in the distance. I mean, you can sort of see the mountains there, but I do like the fact that it feels like you're fully engrossed in this park. Let's go down these stairs. That's the burrito again. So is that just like a loop up here, I think? Yep, I don't think there's anywhere else to head down that way. I'm going to back out of Plipcam mode just so I can double check my paths, so that I know I'm not missing anything at all. So, yep, that's the. It's a nice little shopping area over there. Obviously, the downside to that is that not many people will go over there. That's why it's a little bit quieter, because there isn't any rides. But there's still a few people walking around it, which is good. It's good to see. And then obviously you've got I'm trying to build there. You got the waterfall just here, which I think looks fantastic. Really, really nice. Falling into the water there. The rocks on the side here as well. I like the fact that you've kind of put bushes and a bit of greenery and a bit of colour on the rocks rather than just leaving them as they are. It makes it look a lot more realistic, especially with the terrain that you've used as well. It makes it look a lot more realistic and a lot more sort of just like interesting than just a pile of rocks. Let's go back up here then, back round, and now we will go. I tell you what, we're going to head back round here and make sure we don't miss anything. This time we're going to go straight on. So rather than going down that tunnel, we're going to go straight on now. Lovely carousel there, and that building above it, that is fantastic. Oh, I love that. I think that looks superb. I've not seen anything like that. I've seen one or two sort of circular roofs over the carousel before, but I've not seen anything fitted on it like that, and I think that looks fantastic. Honestly, that's one of my favourite sort of flat ride scenery pieces that I've seen. That's just genius. It really is. Yeah, great stuff there. Absolutely great stuff. And then even the decoration around it here, you know, even the this like pattern you've got going off here. Is that, I'm assuming, is that icing? Is that white stuff icing there? Is that? Oh no, it's just a decorative course thing, is it? Oh no, that's that bit. So what's this white bit here? Yeah, I know they're the roses. Yeah, gingerbread icing. Thought they were. But yeah, no, I love the love the sort of out there thinking in terms of fencing, and fencing in the game doesn't have to be limited to the fences that are available. There's a lot more options out there. Oh, and of course, any good park needs a good barbershop quartet. The 4 best guys in Planet Coaster, these are. Right. Friends Cafe. So we've got some nice outdoor seating. Very, very funky sort of fairy tale style seating. And I mean this whole area. We've got fireworks going off, which we'll look at night time later on. That's Santa Claus. I apologise that it's June, May or June, depending on when this comes out. But that's Santa Claus, so yep, he's a little bit early this year. But yeah, I mean, look at this for a building. That's fantastic. That really is stunning. The level of detail on it is genuinely mind-blowing. That, to focus on that so much and to get it so accurately as well. I mean, let's just have a walk through here, because this is where, yeah, this is where the architecture really comes to life. I mean, wow. That is, I mean, I'm just going to slowly pan round, but that is stunning. Considering, when you start this park, when you start any park, it's just a flat surface. To imagine and to build out the centre of your park like this is, it takes some doing. So, don't underestimate that. There's so many parks on the workshop that are just flat and are just people placing rides and a few paths, and this sort of stuff is where the level really increases. So yeah, absolutely stunning. I just just the detail, the eye of detail and the level of detail is just second to none. It really is. We're going to go on Whirl Whiz. We'll see what this is. Down here, there's 2 people looking at something there. So what's Whirl Whiz? We've got a path up here. Oh, it's a flat ride. It's one of these. It's nicely built into the back of the building. That it's nicely tucked away. I wasn't expecting that up there. I'm not sure what ride I was expecting, but it wasn't that one. We'll head back down here. So we'll head over this way, because that's where we were before, I think. Yep. So what's at the top of here? Nice little food court seating area. This is really nice. The wood stands out so well, and having the scavola on the roof as well, and using the curtains and putting them pink on there as well. I think that's a really, really effective little piece of decoration. That looks very nice, and you've got the coaster just flying past you as well. That's superb. So head along here. We will go back through the main part. I just don't want to miss anything. So you see we've got another little outdoor seating area. Again, some lovely views of that coaster as it comes around. That is, I mean, that loop is actually huge, isn't it? You don't realise how big that loop is until you start looking at it. Let's go down the path. So let's start again down here. So coming past, we've got Santa Claus back. He's back again. And down here we've got a little path to some toilets. See, I like this. This is a style I wish people would use, is just sort of having the toilets tucked away in what looks like a bit of a toilet kind of entrance room. It just makes it a little bit more interesting, that's all. It doesn't take much, so I do like that. Down here, I tell you what I've just noticed here. You know, in between the two different flooring types, obviously that's a roof and that's a path, and in between here, he's put a pillar there. That's an interesting choice. So you know, rather than just having the two pieces kind of just joined together like that, with look a bit kind of random, he's put a pillar down to mark a bit of a separation area. Now I've used curbs in the past, but you know, each to their own. If you want to use a pillar, you can use a pillar. I just think it looks a little bit tidier doing that way. So yeah, really nice little kind of, you know, way to do that. Yeah, I mean, look at those buildings. I just love it. I just think that is so well designed. I know that it's a square plaza, but the actual buildings themselves are superb, and the way that the water's done down here, because we know how painful working with water in this game can be. Yeah, the way the water's done down there as well is also impressive. You've got dodgems tucked inside here. The Nussknacker. Is that the Nutcracker? I will have to double check. But the Nussknacker sounds like the Nutcracker. So yeah, I'm presuming by the decoration that it is, but I will have to brush up on my German afterwards. So over here we've got a dragon with a crown on. Why not? Right, the sewers featuring Hobo Billy. I hope he's not actually in the game, but I appreciate he's done a bit of work on this. I'm sure you've all seen some of Hobo Billy's stuff on the workshop. A lot of Simpsons stuff on there. If you've seen Simpsons stuff in parks, they're probably his pieces. Twisted Towers, very very nice way to use that zipper. I mean, that's an awesome decoration for the flat ride, to have it kind of tucked behind like that. It just makes it look really, really special, as opposed to just being on its own. Yeah, brilliant stuff. So we've got the sword and the shield. A little bit of a column there. Right. I think it's time to go in here. Now, he did say that the rides are better at 6 AM. So I'm going to flick to 6 AM, just so we can see. I mean, you can straight away see the lighting. I'm going to look at night for the whole park at the end, but I'm going to go down here, and we'll take a walk through the queue line, which appears to be. I mean, look at the size of the buildings, the music as well, the whole atmosphere of this. It's so grand and magical kind of feeling. It's really, really cool. And then we get into the station just here. The train's just coming. I mean, look at this for a station. This is like being in the Great Hall of a mansion. This is superb. I love it. It looks fantastic. All the bookcases. All the candles, the chandeliers, the whole thing is done superbly. And what I also like is the level of detail in terms of the edging for the coaster, for the track here. You know, you can't actually see the standard part of the station, which I think is really cool. Right, we're going to go on this. Green stats across the board. And we'll hop on and enjoy the sewers. Well, I'm not going to lie. At first, when I started to see the track, and it was called the sewers, I was a little bit confused, and I was a bit like, why is it called the sewers? Because we're above the ground. And then we went on the big, loop, went all the way around here. Fireworks seem to be going off in sync with the coaster, so I think that's part of the plan, which looked fantastic, especially at this time. So I'm really glad I rode the coaster at this time of day. And then we got into the second half of the coaster, and I mean, where is it? Where's the underground bit? There we go, down here. I mean, what the hell is all this? Like, how the hell did you build all this? This is mad underneath here. This is absolutely like crazy, but so good. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we're talking a real life ride, I think it might be a bit OTT in terms of what it's capable of. But in terms of fantasy kind of ride, in which a lot of people obviously play this game in the style of, then this is superb. This is one of the most fun, imaginative coasters I've been on. This is, yeah, just superb. I really wasn't expecting it. I don't know what I was expecting when it was called the sewers, but I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, it's let's just flick to 10, shall we? 10 a.m. I mean, that's why he's saying ride it at night time, because unfortunately the water lights up in the daytime, so you have to go to night to get rid of the brightness of the water. But yeah, I mean, just fantastic. It really is. Love the idea of it. Love how colourful it all is as well. This bit was a little bit creepy in here, and then it's just fantastic. I can't really say much else about that other than I really wasn't expecting all of that second half of the coaster, because I'd seen all the coaster above the ground, and yeah, I thought that was going to be it, but no, really great stuff. Really great stuff. And as I say, one of the most fun and imaginative rides I've seen. And I still can't get over the building that it's all set in as well. The building, all the architecture, which is the main focal point of this park for sure. Just every inch is thought about, which is fantastic to see. So, yep, great job, Albriss and Hobo Billy. I tell you what, I've seen Santa Claus more times in the past half an hour than I saw him all of last December. But yep, I'm not missing anything on that staircase. Let's go down here. Again, I mean, I'm kind of flying past this building here, but it's almost like you almost come to expect it now in this park, that it's almost like not even worth looking at, but it still is, if that makes sense. The Kooky Courtyard. Again, look how well this flat ride's themed. I mean, anybody who's played Planet Coaster knows the difficulty in building a circular building like this, and the pain and the time it takes, because everything's got to be built at a 90-degree angle. So the time it takes to do that, this was certainly worth doing, because that looks superb. And using the hedges as a queue line fence as well, really nice idea. Have you got bars going between them as well? You have. That isn't part of the... no, it's not, is it? Look, a barrier. Look at that. Really, just that extra tiny bit of thought. And, yeah, great stuff. And then, when it starts to operate, look how fantastic that all fits in with the surrounding area. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Some more shops just here. Again, we've got the coaster wrapping round. I like how it goes all over the park, and that archway there over this path is fantastic as well. I almost want to kind of stay here until the coaster comes round. I don't know how far away it is, but I'm trying to speed it up. But here we go. Look at that, straight over. Love that. And then you can just kind of peer through. You can't quite see it, you can just about peer through there. Just, yeah, just so... It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Mini golf. Here we go. This is interesting. Now, I've only seen on that sign the mini golf bit. I've not looked at any other part before, so I'm going to have a wander up here. Lots of different colours on the trees and bushes. There's guests up here. That's interesting. Because there's just a memento. And we have different holes. So here we go. Look at that. Love a bit of crazy golf. Who doesn't? Really nice obstacle there. I wish mini golf was an option in the game. If you're listening, Frontier, Planet Coaster 2, mini golf. Mini golf was a ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Petition to bring back mini golf. And you could even incorporate it. You see, on the shooting ride, the person playing Planet Coaster can have a go at it. You could have a go at crazy golf as well. That'd be a fun one. But yeah, really like this crazy golf course. Just a nice little addition. Right, we'll go up this bridge and go down. Oh, crazy golf continues. There's even more. Look at this, just beautiful. Look, all these different holes, all very nicely designed. Fantastic stuff. Presuming that's where you end it, you try and have to land it somewhere up there. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I wasn't expecting all of that course, to be fair, for the crazy golf. Really cool stuff. We'll head back down here. Is that a jousting arena? It's a jousting arena. It is a jousting arena. It's not a very violent one, but it is a jousting arena. Look at that. If anyone's ever seen the film A Knight's Tale, one of my favourite films. It's such a good feel-good film about jousting. You know, in the medieval days, but with like a modern twist on it. It's a really, really cool film. But yeah, anytime I see anything to do with jousting, I just think of that film. But yeah, I really like this little like arena you built, because it looks basic in the sense of it has to look basic. It's not like massively overdone, because obviously they weren't overdone when knights used to joust. So yeah, just I really like the style of that. I think it's really clever. So it's Evening Star. So this is the giant Ferris wheel. Look at that. I mean, to be fair, that Ferris wheel does suit this park really, really well. And I know whenever anyone puts a Ferris wheel in, I say the same thing. Ferris wheel is either the centre point of the park, or it's tucked away and you can't really see it. Now, this I don't think is either. So this is the rule. This breaks this breaks the rule. However, what I will say is that because the buildings around it are so tall, I think it fits in well. Because of the height of the other buildings and the fact that the wheel isn't the biggest thing in the park, I think that makes it work, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the swinging cabins type of Ferris wheel though. I mean, I don't know. I've not been on the one. I mean, obviously it's the Mickey one at Disney in California, I think it is. That this is replicating. But yeah, I think I'm more of a traditional Ferris wheel fan myself. But that's just me. So yeah, we'll head down here and back out, and we'll go around here through the trees. Okay, maybe not. We'll go out the exit down here and back out. Wait, where's the exit go? What? That's the queue line. Oh, that's the exit. Oh, my bad. Didn't see that. So that's a dead end down there. Oh, this is cool. Right, so this water, as you may or may not have guessed, you can't get water flowing like that in the game as a scenery piece. So if you click on it, it's actually a river rapids that he's built down the hill so that the water flows and looks like a river. And I think that is fantastic. That's superb. To get that realism effect. I mean, what's up here? Oh, wow. He's got a full-on little house built into the hill there. That's cool. That's awesome. Even a little staircase there and all sorts. That's really nice. So yeah, he's got the river rapids there flowing down the hill, all the way down to the bottom, and then it goes into a nice little river. Right, I need to find my way out because I'm getting stuck. So we're back over here now, and right. So I think if we head down this way, we ride at night. Well reminded, 6 AM it is. Because who doesn't want to go on a roller coaster at 6 AM? I like these glass windows to use for the queue line sort of walls. I think that's clever to give the guests a bit of a view of it. And the branches coming through the floor there are really cool. Oh, look at this station. Station looks ace. I'm going to pause that before that train goes. And even decorated the barriers just here. Again, something I wish Frontier would do if they do make, or if/when they do make Planet Coaster 2. I hope we can customise the barriers so that we can say we want a wooden barrier, we want this barrier, we want that barrier. Not just a metal one, because metal doesn't always work. But yeah, really, really nice station. And with that star up there as well, that's a fantastic view. That is really, really cool. Right. Okay, so this is the Canyon Runner coaster. And we'll hop on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go front bumper, I think, because I don't want the train in the way of my view. So, yeah, off we go. Very cool coaster, that. Very, very sort of cool theming and style. It's, I mean, it works in terms of the, I mean, the layout was fairly smooth. The speed was controlled very well. Didn't seem to go too quick or too slow at any point. I'm just going to go back to 10 AM now. There we go. But yeah, I thought the theme worked really well as well, in the sense of, you know, when you were kind of going around and underground there, look, you've got the branches, etc., and the routes that you'd seen in the queue line all sort of extend out. And this dude on the right here, that is like if you ordered the Wicker Man from Wish. That's what you'd get, I reckon. The Wicker Man from Wish. That's not to be insulting, by the way. Like that is a really, really cool sort of like character to feature on the side of the coaster there. Really cool idea, that. I mean, how many pieces is it? It's only 52. Wow. Yep, certainly puts. Certainly is easier to put that in than the Wicker Man itself in this game. But yeah, I think that's a really cool sort of like side feature of the coaster. But no, yeah, really enjoyed that. The only thing I would potentially question, if I'm being picky, is the choice of a mine train coaster. I don't know what coaster I would go for in its place, but maybe I don't know whether the mine train fits. But other than that, I think it's a really good sort of family ride. I like the fact that it's not. Some people can pick the mine train coaster and then try and do too much with it, and I think this is just right. I think the height of it and the layout of it is just right. So yeah, great job on that coaster. And then we go back out the exit. Some more beautiful buildings. And we get back to Farewell. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take a look at night time. Look at that. Let's get a bird's eye view. Look at that. Look how much lighting has gone into that part. That's superb. Absolutely superb. I love how well that is lit up. You've got the flashing lights there. You see some flashing lights down there from the flat ride. But yeah, no, love that. Oh, fireworks! Here we go. Get that. Just absolutely beautiful. I think I'm getting hit by the fireworks here. Yeah, just great job. Honestly, what a fantastic park that is. What a fantastic park. Just, yeah, I've got no more words to say, really. That had everything in it that you'd want. Some great coasters, a great layout, a great consistent style, some really nice scenery pieces, some clever pieces, i.e. the mini golf and using the rapids as a river over there. And then, you know, on top of it all, the main part of this that I loved is the architecture. Some really cool architecture. And what I also want to show some people is, you know, some people who maybe don't feel as confident, maybe putting buildings in parks. I want to show them how easy it is to manipulate that. And I don't want to kind of undo Albriss's good work here, but the front of these buildings is the architecture that that is really impressive, and that's the detail that he's spent doing, and it looks fantastic. But when you look above, they're just rectangular buildings, and he's just put a really nice front on them, and that's a trick that all theme parks around the world use. If you look at a Disney building, if you go on the main street of Disney have some really fancy looking buildings, but when you look behind them, they're just squares, they're just boxes, because they only need to put on what the guests can see. They don't need to put effort in on something that no one's going to see. A UK example would be, say, Duel, the haunted house at Alton Towers, where they put the front of it is like a haunted house, and it's like a house shape, and as you go through the entrance, you go then into a big square warehouse. If you look at a bird's eye view of that ride, there's just a massive warehouse at the back, and that will really point out the sort of the effects that theme parks do. So yeah, that's exactly what he's done here, and it shows you that you don't really have to go into too crazy detail to make a fantastic looking building like that. But still, absolutely phenomenal job there. Really great stuff. I'll leave the details for it in the description below if you want to go and check it out yourself on the workshop. If you have enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you are new. But other than that, I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.